So a whole chemical process starts to go on in this man's mind, and then it gets into the bloodstream and starts traveling throughout the body, and blood travels through the penis and makes a man's penis become erect. But also all the chemicals and all of the thoughts that they said, as a man thinketh, so is he. So all of those thoughts that he has and is at a lower vibration, and what he thinks and does not think about himself is going to be ejaculated into you. So that's why when men and women get up, their minds don't be right, and the relationship end up being fucked up. Because the first sexual experience determines where that relationship is and is not going to go. But a lot of women are confused and heartbroken when it doesn't go where they want it to go, when they find out the man is rich but he's a hoe, because you did not check the vibration of that man's sperm cells, and you let him ejaculate into you, and you did not know what he was ejaculating because you did not check the consciousness of that man's sperm. So what I'm saying is, as so above, then so below. So if the man's top head is fucked up in between his ears, the bottom head and what's in his nuts and the head of his sperm, when he ejaculates, is going to be fucked up too, and you're going to be carrying that, and it shifts our vibration. Whenever a man penetrates our vagina because he's got dysfunction within himself and dysfunctional thoughts and behavior towards himself and the way he is manifesting it, it fucks us up. Whenever we let him lay with us and place his penis into our divine vagina, y'all, wherever women listen right now, y'all need to stand up and look in the mirror and pat your pussy and say, hey, my pussy is magic. My pussy is magic. You know, I got rainbows, green clovers, yellow hearts, and goddamn gold disc and chips and shit in my pussy. You got to realize that your pussy is the center of the universe. And so many men try to get into the center of your world. They want to study astronomy and astrology in your pussy. They want to put their dick head in the divine womb and matrix of all creation. But because women don't realize their pussy is magic, and they don't realize their pussy is divine, and that the Garden of Eden there and all knowledge is all the consciousness and the thoughts of men and women lay in the womb of a woman. But because we're not taught that, and we're not taught the different levels that we're discussing and how it ties into the law of attraction, because the law of attraction, just like Old Soul was saying the other time, it's basically thoughts. And it's basically the vibration of your thoughts that will determine what you manifest in your experience and what you don't. So we keep getting fucked up relationships, and good men are meeting bad women, and good women are meeting bad men, because you don't realize that your vagina has the power in it and the knowledge in it of all minds. But if you don't tap into it and you don't realize your pussy is magic and your pussy is divine and you're standing in vagina power, you're going to let men pick you instead of you picking them. And if you're out of order, you're going to pick men that are out of order, and you're going to keep laying with and sucking up and then sperm be ejaculated into you that is not divine and is totally void of the fact that he is in penis power and that he is a God and a creator as well. So that's why instead of us creating magic when pussy and dicks get together, or as they call the vagina the yoni and the penis the lingam, and the vagina is likened to a flower or like a rose that opens up and blossoms. See, the penis is supposed to make your vagina smile and wink and blossom, see. It's supposed to actually to make her become balanced, and you are supposed to create beautiful things. And that's how it ties into the law of attraction. That's what I'm trying to show you. Thoughts and what you think that you want, and you only think on what you want, brings you more of it. And when you think of what you don't want, it only brings you more of what you don't want, because our women are actually using our pussy to bring us pain instead of pleasure. Or we're getting pleasure and pain and fire and desire at the same time, because we don't realize our pussy is magic, and we are not focusing our thoughts and meditating on what we want our pussies to manifest with the dicks that we connect with. So we get random shit. We get with people that seem like,
I just love to hear you talk. You're right, random shit.
And then you get disappointed because it's up and down. It's good at the beginning, then it gets fucked up towards the middle or towards the end, or you find he's a motherfucker. He wasn't what you thought he was. Why? Because you wasn't what you thought you was. You didn't know who you were, and a lot of women I've talked to them, I said, so where's the relationship going to go? Ooh, well, I don't know. Well, I'm going to see. Well, I got to think about it. I got to talk to him. What you got to talk to him for? Your pussy is the one that creates and destroys worlds and creates heaven and hell in your womb. And see, your pussy is just like a damn oven. So if somebody know they want to bake a cake and they want to bake some bread, they can't do it unless they open the door of the oven and put the cake and the bread in there, and that heat from that oven is going to make it rise. If you got that temperature right, and it going to do what it do. And you ain't really got to do nothing but check it from so often and make sure it's rising and browning like it's supposed to. Well, your pussy is the divine receptacle for the penis. And our vaginas are made to hold and nourish a dickhead and the whole shaft of it down to the nuts. Now, I'm not talking about the women that's pussy big enough to swallow some nuts, too. There's something else going on there. I don't want to try that. But your vagina is a divine receptacle. And within our vagina, there is a vibration and there is a temperature, and the vagina vibration has to be harmonized and balanced if you want to harmonize it and balance when you have the penis connect inside of it. And it's actually good, because, see, we have to deal with this on so many levels. Me and also are probably going to have to do part 2 because I'm really trying to break this down so you can understand it. Okay, when you deal with chakras and auric fields, we also have chakras and auric fields in penises and vaginas. And then when we're dealing with that, we also deal with numerology and astronomy and astrology in the vagina and the penis and when they connect. That's why it's very important, too, that you know that person's temperament, you know their birthday, and you know their sign. And you really have that will help you get a good sense of their background and their psychology, as well as you going into that person's psychology and see what kind of relationships they had and didn't have, what type of trauma and dysfunction there. Because the woman holds things, and that's why a lot of times years can go by, and a woman was 25 years old, and now she's 60 years old, but she can still tell you how her man beat her ass and left her with 6 children when she was 25, because we have cell memory, and our vagina is meant to hold shit. But unfortunately, because we don't know how to breathe, we don't know how to meditate, we don't know who we are, we don't know how our bodies function, we hold a lot of destructive shit. Because it's not good for us to be able, at 60 years old, to go step by step and tell somebody at 25 how your husband fucked over you and left you with 6, 7 children, unless you are sharing this story to raise the vagina vibration and consciousness of the young women, because you don't want that to happen to them, or because you're sharing with them because you healed from it and you want to teach them how to heal from it. And be careful what you let bake in your oven. Be careful of what you open your door to your stove and put up in there to incubate, because whatever going to be in there, we going to cook it. That's what a pussy is supposed to do. It's supposed to make it heat up. It's supposed to make it spin, lock, drop, and pop. So whether that relationship is lock, dropping, and popping because he beating your ass and walking out on you, or whether it's lock, dropping, and popping because he is so attached to you and he finds you so electric and dynamic, because, see, you're supposed to electrocute a dick with your pussy, and how you exercise and open and close, and the way you manipulating that motherfucker, and where you manipulating your mind when that dick inside of you, that feeling go from the man's head of his dick through his shaft down to his nuts, vibrate them, move behind the nuts, go to the damn prostrate, go to his tailbone, go up through his spine, raise the kundalini energy into his brain and through the 7th chakra. Y'all don't hear me. It's supposed to execute him. And it's supposed to illuminate his consciousness. See, that's what I'm trying to get you to see. Sex is not just a physical act. This is a spiritual, and it's an emotional, and it's a mental act. It's a telepathic act. This is the most powerful and most divine time for you to manifest any and everything you want. That's why we manifesting shit that we don't like that we're getting, because you are operating on a metaphysical law of attraction, sex magic level, and you don't even know you damn doing it, because you doing it to create destruction and bring havoc and pain and children you don't want and children without no daddy and men that get up with you and ejaculated and impregnated you and left because you just did a negative, destructive, self-destructive ritual, sex ritual that just created so much dysfunction and fractures in your energy field that it causes nothing but poverty and pain. See, we don't even know that we're doing it. Sex is so intense and it's so powerful. I don't care if you're just picking up a trick.